Alrighty, welcome back ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It is currently the 33rd part of my Let's Play, and it is the 18th of April 2019 as I'm recording this. I was seriously about to say 2018, and then I realised, no, none of that. Anyway, so... how long has it been since I last recorded a part for this? I don't know. I did update this information, didn't I? I did, yes. Pretty sure. Anyway, so we are going to make sure that we are not playing back on any of our stuff on the streaming PC, etc, etc, just getting ready to start the actual recording here. I'm physically recording with you right now, but as you know, there are a few steps that I need to undergo to actually get everything up and running and sound. Not literally sound, but, you know, good. Like, anyway, point is... just bringing my chats up here, and then we will be good to go. The previous part of the Let's Play ended up being a lot longer than normal because I was joined by Sky, who may join again this time, who knows. I've got no idea what he's doing right now. I think it's a little bit late for him actually, so maybe not. But one thing that I will mention is that it's always great when I can get people to chat to while I'm recording here. So it did actually end up encouraging me to record for longer than I normally would, of course, as you are aware, and as I have said probably more than enough times, the ideal range is between 35 to 40 minutes, and if I have to go over 40 minutes it's okay, but an hour and 3 minutes or whatever it ended up being last time is really not what I want to be doing regularly, so I'm not going to try and make a habit out of that, so don't expect any more of that business. I was just in a good mood that day. It was funny because while I was setting up the recording here, I looked away after having just come into this save file, and then I looked back and Link is flying off the tower, face plants into the ground and is just dead, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? And obviously he got struck by lightning. He had one of these equipped, might have been the Traveler's Sword. This Traveler's Sword here, I'm only going to use it to say break ore or something like that. I say ore, you know, a rock deposit, maybe you could call it, I'm not sure. But anyway, the point of the matter is, we are not going to really be using it for anything other than that. I think I can see some luminous stones in the distance over there, but we'll probably just ignore them for now. We could go and attack those Lizalfos if we were so interested to do that, or if we were so inclined is what I was meaning to say, but anyway. As you can see, we do have this area discovered right now, and all this grey stuff is the ocean, so we don't have to worry about not being able to traverse that, because once again it's just the ocean, so yeah, there's not much to actually do over there. You can see that there are some large parts of the land that are separated from the mainland, I suppose you could call it, and that particular place here, does it have a name? You have Toronbo Beach and Kaholet Rock. I mean, why is it that every single name in this game is just a joke? Like, can someone please tell me why? It's like they just got a bunch of syllables, threw them in a hat, and then just drew out, say, if they wanted a 3-syllable word, they'll draw out 3 syllables, and hopefully it works. And if it works, then they'll just put it in the game. It's just fucking terrible. Like, how are any of these names, like, Cape Kales, that's alright. Mount Dunsel, I mean, it's kind of shit, I guess, but, okay. Temto Hill is still okay, but let's find a really bad one, like, whatever it was. Toronbo, Kaholet, both of those are shit. Tenoko is actually... what's a Tenoko again? It's like, it's a part of the body. Anyway, in Japanese, that is. My Japanese is really shit. Anyway, so aside from that, at least I can recognize that it's a Japanese word for a part of the body. But these are all just terrible names. I can't stand it. I mean, compare Lanayru to... I mean, I don't know. What's a good example? Mapla. Compare Lanayru to Mapla. Obviously, they just had too many things to name in this particular game and just went, fuck it, and they just created joke names. But anyway, I've been ripping on this game a lot of times about its names, and I don't really make amazing arguments for why they're bad names, but I would like to think that you can look at them and agree that they're kind of shit, so anyway. what we're going to do in this video is, I guess, continue exploring around here if there's anything that I haven't yet explored, and I think I've more or less explored everything that I wanted to. Another thing that I could do is actually do some of these quests, like for instance I had, no side quests is what we want, not the EX stuff, this is all DLC business. There was a, shit, not Robbie's research. We received a quest just in the previous recording where we needed to actually find out what was causing some stable to attract lightning. Here we go, Thunder Magnet, this is what we wanted. Okay, Lakeside Stable. I wanted to come to this tower first and foremost, which is Faron Tower. I wanted to actually discover it before we continued to this. But now that we've discovered Faron Tower, I think we are going to go and try to do this quest. So we'll go and do that now. So I don't know exactly where it is, but hopefully we don't have any problems getting to it from where we are right now. I'm not going to do side quests too much at this point in the game, but I might later on. But I decided that I would do this one, so I'm going to do it, just so I can at least do some sort of side quest. I have technically done a side quest before this point. It was the one with the guy who wanted to propose to that Gerudo woman. It was here. No, it wasn't here. It was at a place that looked like this. It was a heart-shaped little pond like this. And it was sort of a quest that was shoved in my face, and I didn't really have to go out of my way to do it, so I just did it. But it's worth mentioning that any quest that I kind of have to go out of my way to do, I just feel less inclined to do it. Until today. Alright, so this thing is attracting lightning. The woodcutter's axe, which is sitting on top of it. So, update map objective. Is it telling me to go and tell the kid? I think it was a kid, or maybe it was a guy. I can't remember now. It was a while ago when I was last recording. I was meaning to check how long it had been, but anyway. Where is the person who gave me the quest? Is it you? No, you're a woman. La-dee-da. Lakeside Stable is a great place for me to cook loads of different dishes and increase the number of recipes I know. Okay, well, it's a stable. Are you implying that you're cooking horses? I mean, I don't understand. Are you the person who gave me the quest? Got a map? Yes, I do have one. I do see dueling peaks. You told me about this before. I'm sorry for not remembering what you told me, sir. But anyway. So, where the hell is the guy who gave me the quest? I'm getting seriously bad performance with my Wii U right now. Just to mention. Old Beetle's here. Hi, man. He's sleeping. Also like your crop top, by the way. Anyway, oh, great. The dog is back. I actually had to not start recording immediately when I was ready to record because I had to wait for this piece of shit to not fucking bark. So fucking sick of that dog. Anyway, so I actually can't find the guy who gave me the quest. Am I going insane or what? Is it you? Maybe it's you. Run away? From what? You're a girl anyway, I think. Why can't I find this person? It would be great if I remember what they look like. But I don't. Can I zoom in even further? I don't think so. Open adventure log. Turns out lightning was drawn to Lakeside Stable because of a metal weapon stuck on top of the building. Head back to Seema. Oh, it was a girl who gave me a quest. Okay, I need to find Seema. Great name, by the way. Is it you? It is you. Why are you asleep? Oh my god, do I have to wait for you to wake up? What's the deal with this? Good job, Breath of the Wild. Make it so that I can't even turn in a quest because the person who gave me the quest is asleep. You've got to be having a laugh. I mean, come on. It's fine to... So you've woken up, clearly. You look really freaky in this game, I'm just going to say. Oh, so you're here too. It seems fate has bound us together. Okay. That has just created several dodgens. What have you got? Look what I've got. Yeah, exactly. See? I told you it's spawning dodgens. It's like, you and me are bound together. Look what I've got. You know, all this business. Anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to have a colossal gay moment. But anyway, so none of this is really interesting to me. I guess arrows are interesting to me. He's got... Hold on. He's only selling 1 stack of 5, but he's going to sell 20 individually? I don't understand. Whatever, so... I guess we'll buy as many as he can sell, maybe? Is that right? How much is that going to cost us? 120 rupees. Yeah, let's actually do that, because you know what? Arrows are really helpful for us, and I seem to be constantly running out of them, so that's fine. That's about all I really wanted from you, my rather effeminate friend with the weird nose. Can you please wake up, girl? Apparently I can't deliver my quest to you if you are asleep. Run away. Okay, well, running away is not going to actually achieve what I want to achieve right now. Also, it's in the middle of the day. Wake up. Why are you sleeping? Where is the sun? That's east, isn't it? Yes, I'm facing towards the east. So the sun, look, based on the position of the sun, let's say it's about 8 to 9 in the morning, depending on the season. But anyway, the point is, let's say it's 8 in the morning. Wake up. I don't know. Wake up. I definitely wouldn't be awake at 8 in the morning these days. Sometimes I am. Oh, finally! Jesus. Okay, that is a major problem with Breath of the Wild. Take any other sandbox as an example. They at least allow you to turn in the freaking quest at any time. It doesn't matter what the person is doing. Yes, I did find what was drawing the lightning. I wonder if someone put it up there on purpose. How strange. Thanks for looking into it for me. Here's something for your trouble. A rubber helm which has some shock resistance, which is pretty good. It's a weird looking helm, but I can tell that it's actually something that the Zoras would wear. Looks like the Zora guard helmet sort of thing, but anyway. You can finally relax. Well, good on you. I had to wait quite some time to actually be able to turn in the damn quest with you because you were sleeping. Anyway, so... is there anything else that we really want to do here? I could return to Hateno Village and do that quest, but I have a feeling that I'm going to let all of my side quests build up, and then I'll just do them all at some point. So I think for now my focus is to just adventure around, and maybe find more shrines as well. I mean, how many shrines have I discovered here? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shrines in East Necluda. Oh, 6, sorry. 6 shrines in East Necluda if we do include Shivanir. Okay, the shrine names alone are a clear indication that they don't know what they're doing with naming. Miyam Agana, okay? It's just embarrassing. Like, I understand if they're going for some... I mean, what is it, African? Like, what the shit? Speaking of what the shit, there's a bit of noise going on next door. Probably relating to that dog. And I mean the actual dog, not the owners of the dog. But anyways, Bronus Forest. Kamar Plateau. Okay, how do you go from Floria River to Kamar Plateau? It's like, is it Middle Eastern or is it not Middle Eastern? Anyway, I don't know. They've got like Middle Eastern, African, I guess English sort of naming things going on. I don't know what they're doing, and I don't think they know what they're doing. They're terrible names. Seriously, take a leaflet out of Bethesda's book or something. You know, maybe get Bethesda to come up with the fucking names. I don't know, but they're a lot fucking better than any of this shit. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna go to... Let's see. What's a really terrible name? Of course, I can't find one once I want to actually get one to make fun of, but... Hopper Pond, River of the Dead, Great Plateau. Like, most of these are okay. Scouts Hill. Hills of Borma. That's not too bad. Baltrea Lake. Nabi Lake, I mean, that's a bit shit. Marble Ridge, or Mabel Ridge, I don't know. Lake Ciela, that's fine. Like, some of these are fine, but then some of them are just like, what? Mount Rizzuto's a bit bad. Meda Mountain. M-E-D-A. I mean, anyway, Koto Pond. I'm gonna stop. Anyway, so I'm just not too happy with some of the names in this game. Mostly the shrines. Anything that has a name like the shrines is automatically bad. because they're like these terrible African-sounding fucking names. And I don't have a problem with the African languages, it's just I'm not playing a game in African, thank you. So it's just annoying. I would rather it be something that's, I guess, pleasant in the English language to read, if you understand. But anyways, so... Nice horse. I thought for a second the horse was saying that its name was Spinch. Do you have something to say that is of any interest to me? Oh. Hold on. So I was right. In the end, the horse's name is actually Spinch. Taobab. Okay, here we go. Check that out. Just as I was talking about shit names, we get Faron Grasslands. I mean, what were they thinking? For fuck's sake. I mean, obviously there was some sort of localization team that I wouldn't blame Nintendo for this. I'm going to blame whatever localization team worked on this game. This poor guy seems to be struggling. And, yeah, that's his thing, I guess. Should we continue into this section? Or should we go north? I think we're going to go as south as we can. We're going to explore all of this, and then we'll just head north from there. I think that's the best course of action. Oh yeah, there was Mount Lanayru. Do we want to go there yet? Maybe we could go to Mount Lanayru and try to do something with that dragon. I don't know if I'm actually well set up for that. I remember what I did when I was first playing through the game, and I've mentioned this before, but when I first went to Mount Lanayru in my original playthrough of this game, which was rather short-lived, I just used healing wares to survive the cold. So you know what I will probably do is I'll wait until I get maybe 4 hearts or 5 hearts before actually heading to Mount Lanayru. I don't actually know how I would be able to get the cold resistance that I need. I could maybe look into it before going there. But I think what we'll do first and foremost is just go into this section here. There might be something interesting going on. So I think we'll go and do that now. We have been recording for about 15 minutes, which isn't too bad, more like 17. But, yeah, we haven't really achieved too much. We did one side quest, which was extremely easy to complete, but I think for now we're just going to go to some other location, which I think this is more of a sandy place over this way, so yeah, we'll just go and see what's happening there. Once again, our main quest is very random, just sort of going to various places around. I don't even know, what is this overworld called? Is it Necluda or what? Because we're in East Necluda right now. Is this going to be North Necluda? I don't know, probably. No, it wouldn't be. Maybe this is North Necluda right here, which is a big section, by the way. Look at that, that's huge. The section that we are going to is nowhere near as big as that. Might be a quarter of that size. So, yeah, it should be fun. To my memory, it is more of a desert, or maybe this is the desert area here. I'm not sure, but anyway, should be good. I'm able to run pretty damn far with all of this stamina. I can see a tower in the distance. That's probably the one that I need to aim for, so let's actually head straight for that. The only reason why I didn't actually discover Faron Tower immediately is because I literally couldn't climb the thing, so yeah. Oh. May as well use this here. This shitty sword. It is really pretty bad. I may as well just use it. It's bothering me to have it in my inventory. So, we'll next use the woodcutter's axe. At the very least, we'll be able to get the heavy hits out. Oh, spiked Boca Club. That's actually quite useful for me at this point. Alright. So we're currently in the process of saving a woman, I think. I think it was a woman. I didn't really get a good look, but maybe talking to them after this will get me some kind of reward. I don't know. That was close. Yeah, indeed. Hearty truffle. That's pretty good. What do you have to say? Megan. Let's see. Huh, I'm still in one piece. How about that? Energizing elixir. Well, that's pretty good. We get almost 2 full stamina rings of stamina back when we consume it. So I don't know when I will find the occasion to use that, but as I suspected, we did get a reward for helping that person, so that's pretty cool. There was a pair of people that we helped back in, it might have been part 16, I think it was. Or maybe part 14. I can't remember the exact part it was. It was a long time ago. And I remembered that we got different items depending on who we talked to, so that was pretty interesting. So maybe if I actually see in the future, what am I talking about? If in the future I notice that we have saved more than one person in a scenario like that, it could be a good idea to actually save and then try to get an item from both of them and actually make a decision on which one is worth having. So that could be cool. We're using the spiked bokeh club right now, so of course it's not going to be attracting any lightning, but apparently none of these are attracting lightning, even though there was a lightning strike right there, so whatever. Guccini Plain. Guccini Plain. Anyway, so that's great. Now we're... what is that? Italian? Something like that? I actually don't think Nintendo or whoever was handling the localization of this game had a fucking clue what they were doing with the names. But anyway, this is not a desert area just yet. I think I was right in that it is this bigger area over here. But that's cool. Is that actually the tower that I was seeing? It's actually further away than I thought. It's really far. That might actually be in the other sector, isn't it? Well, I'm not seeing another tower nearby, so maybe that's the one for this sector. It's like on the other side of it, so I have to go on a little bit of a journey to actually get it. It's interesting how this particular type of land, like this stone, is of a completely different color to this stone, so it really clearly marks the border between this particular sector and that sector, so I guess it doesn't really make sense geographically necessarily, but... or maybe it does make sense geographically. Maybe the sectors have been determined based on that geography. That would make a lot more sense. So, yeah, maybe it's actually not so far-fetched after all. It's like I'm constantly finding a way to rip at this game. I don't know. I'm not really. I'm just a bit of a negative person, maybe. Cool, so we do have a shrine nearby, apparently. In this direction. See if we can find it. I can see one over there. Is that the one that we're being... Yep, it seems like that is the one we're being, I guess, guided towards. Oh, there's a tower there and a tower over there, isn't there? Or is that the one that I was looking at before? I thought there was one further over here. Am I going insane? Because I thought I was seeing one in that direction. Oh, there's a shrine over there too. God, this is crazy. Alright, I think that must be the tower of this sector, so we'll go there. I don't know which shrine is closer, the one over there or the one over here. I would say that the one over there is actually closer. But what I'm going to do is grab this one because it's at the same altitude, so we're just going to go and get that. Try to say Nakluda 5 times fast. Oh god. Nakluda, 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 Nakluda. There you go. I don't even know if that was 5 times, but I said it as quickly as I could and as many times as I felt was necessary, so there you go. I decided to do it for your entertainment, Chekovu. Anyway, we're going to grab this shrine and then we'll grab the other one and then we might get the tower, then we'll do the shrines. I think that is what I'm going to do. It is a little annoying to have the thing constantly making noise at me, but anyway. It's kind of strange that all of the stables go to such great lengths to mark the fact that they are stables. They actually create some big horse head figure. I can't really think of a term to use for that. I guess you could say, let's just call it a horse structure at the top. I mean, I don't understand why that's needed. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm assuming we can't warp to a shrine until we've activated it, so we will go and activate it. It doesn't make a do-do-do-do-do-do sound, but that's alright. Let's go and head over to the other shrine that we spotted before, just so that we don't forget about it. That's pretty much the reason why I'm doing this, is because I can imagine that I'll just forget about it, and it's going to be annoying, and yeah. So let's go and grab the thing. What's the question mark for? Oh, I guess I'll talk to you. Oh, never mind. I thought it was a person. These guys are riding boars, I think. That's really annoying. Because they'll be able to catch up to me. Are they riding horses? Bokoblins riding horses. What the fuck? Actually, it's not that weird, is it? No, it is weird, because in Twilight Princess, they were riding those boars, you know. They were actually riding boars and stuff. So, you know, some sort of wild animal, something that a human wouldn't want to tame is what bokoblins should be riding. But instead they're riding horses. That's really bizarre. Oh my god. I'm losing health like you wouldn't believe. So let's consume, I guess, bananas. Mighty bananas. They are mighty after all. Let us also save the game. Because I haven't done that manually for a while. You are so dead, mate. Get the fuck off. I feel bad for the horse, I really do, but you know what? There's not much I can do. May as well take these spiked boko clubs because, you know, starting to run out of the really good weapons these days. Well, not these days. For the moment, I'm sort of running out of the good weapons, so I may as well use these while I'm here. These days. Sometimes I use terms that just make no fucking sense in context, so yeah. Don't worry about me, I guess. I'm just being Doom Link. Oh dear. There's fucking Mount Doom over there, Orod's Ruin. Why is the Wii U gamepad in controls? I'll give you one guess. One guess. If I were nice, maybe I'd give you 3, but I'll give you 1, okay? Just 1. And if you get it right, then you get kudos from me, okay? I don't even have a reward to give you, but I'll give you my kudos for getting it right if you can get it on the first try. And you've only got 1 try, so good luck to you. So, this shrine here, we will discover it, and then we will go to the tower, most certainly. Pumaag Nitae Shrine. Oh, fuck me dead. Like, what accent should I put on for that? Hold on. Pumaag Nitae? Something like, what am I supposed to do? Like, fuck me dead. Anyway, it's just ridiculous. Fuck these names, man. I'll get over them one day, and I'm sure anyone who loves this game is like, shut up, Doomlink. Stop making fun of the names. This is my favorite game. It's the best Zelda game of all time. It's like, well, okay, well, good on them, but they can't think of a name worth a fuck, so what can I say? So the tower is just in the distance over there. Okay, Chekhov, clearly you don't... okay, so Breath of the Wild was released on 2 systems when it came out. It was released for the Wii U, and it was released for the Switch. I kind of feel bad for, like, assuming that you'd be able to guess it, but I guess not everyone really knows this, but the last game that Nintendo released on the Wii U was indeed this game that I'm playing right here. The reason why I'm playing it on the Wii U is because I had no reason to buy a Switch at the time this game came out. I bought a Switch later when Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate was announced. I didn't actually get it after the game was released. I got it as soon as it was announced. That was enough reason for me to buy the Nintendo Switch. And that was more than a year after the game had come out. So, yeah, I'm actually playing on the Wii U version right now. I'm not playing on the gamepad, however. I'm using the Wii U Pro controller, which is perfectly fine. It's apparently low on battery, which is astounding because this thing has incredible battery life. Like, I can charge it for maybe 10 minutes, and it will last for maybe 2 hours worth of in-game playtime. It's amazing. But, yeah. It's a pretty damn good controller. It cost me a lot, second-hand even. I think it cost me something like 60 Australian dollars second-hand. Just the controller by itself. It didn't even come with a cable. But that shit was like $60 or something, so yeah, it was pretty expensive. But while I was kind of astounded at the time by how expensive it was, I don't really regret spending that money on it. It's a good piece of hardware, to be honest. So, anyway, I do feel kind of bad that I've got such a low amount of damage right now while I'm fighting these Lizalfos, but... oh, this thing's burning, or it was burning. About to burn. I'm kind of at risk right now. I'm going to just save before something bad happens, so that could be a good plan. Oh. But yeah, I suppose some people just wouldn't really have... I guess when you look at the number of people who own Breath of the Wild, a pretty small percentage of them relatively would probably own the Wii U version. But it kind of makes me happy that I have the Wii U version because I got the GameCube version of Twilight Princess as well, so... yeah. Oh. That was literally, how much time? 11 years in the future, and I'm pretty much behind on the consoles even then, so that's kind of funny. I'm not really impressed with this guy and his bomb arrows. They're really starting to, I guess, spook me out. I'm expecting to get annihilated at some point. They were on crack making these names, seriously. I don't know what they were thinking. I think your connection to the stream is kind of slow, by the way. I think you're a little bit behind, but anyway. I just noticed that my laptop isn't plugged in, so I'm going to do that before it dies. I'll be back in like... Well, I'm not actually going to be gone, but I'm just going to plug that in. Give me a second. Yes, I'm going to heal myself because I'm under fire. So that's the thing that's going to happen. But, yeah. Definitely not going to risk it. What do I have a lot of that I can use? I guess apples. I have a lot of apples. I did end up picking up a lot of those hearty something or others. Where are they? Hearty radish, that's what they were called. I've got 8 of them, which is pretty good, but I feel like I don't really need them right now. I'll probably wait until I have more hearts to heal, if you understand. There we go. I just fucking launched that guy. Which is always fun. Oh, that was actually kind of cool. This is the first time I've done a drop attack. Unfortunately, it was not at the expense of anyone's health. And by anyone, I mean an enemy. So, anyway. Where is that Octorok that's attacking me? I think it's right there, isn't it? It's pissing me off. If that's it, I'm going to go cut its head off. Well, not its head, its hair off. Not really its head. Shit. Come out and get cut. Where are you? Seriously. This is not what I wanted. Now it's just gone. These Octoroks are pissing me off, man. Anyway. Hopefully the... whatever it's called, the... I guess thing that shows my channel on YouTube and Twitch. Hopefully that's not in any way obstructing what you're watching here. I hope it's not. But this is the first time I have done a Let's Play with that appearing on the screen. I started doing it in my Demon Souls live stream. I think 2 days ago, 3 days ago. And I'm going to try and do it for pretty much everything that I record, just so that people know where to go when it comes to seeing more of my content. Because, yes, they can follow me on Twitch, that's probably a good idea if they want to see more of my content. But YouTube is where all of the stuff is published. And I do extra stuff as well on YouTube as well. So, YouTube is the place to go. And the best way to show people is just putting it on the screen. And then I do have the Twitch information there as well, so that if anyone's watching on the YouTube live stream, they can see where I'm actually talking to people outside of the YouTube chat. What do you mean the links are not obstructing the gameplay? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Sorry, I'm going insane. I thought you meant link in terms of, like, link in game. Sorry, I just lost my mind right there. Well, I'm glad that they're not obstructing the gameplay. I would say that they could be more obstructive by having them in, like, a special box or something as part of almost like a heads-up display for my live stream, but I find that to be really cluttering, so I try to avoid that. Now, where is the tower? I've been trying to go towards that tower, and I can't find the damn thing, now that I've gone and killed a bunch of enemies. It was kind of close to where I was not too long ago. Okay, let's go to a it's right there, it's right in front of me. I was about to say, let's go to a high point and look for it. And I go to the nearest high point, or I cast my gaze to the nearest high point, and then I realized, oh, it's right frickin' there. Anyway. Oh, God. Okay, well, that destroyed my Boko Club, which is fine. Apparently my boomerang is almost broken, but I think I'll be able to get another one from this guy, based on what he's holding. He might even drop a shield as well if I'm lucky. That would be really cool. That sort of... oh, that knocked his stuff out of his hand. Lizzle boomerang, okay. And a Lizzle shield. Let's do that again. That was kind of cool. Nice. That's really cool. I've never really charged an attack with that sort of weapon before. And that's actually really, really effective. So yeah, I like that. Alrighty. Now, there is the Lizzle Shield down here. Is there anything that I don't really need here? Is the Lizzle Shield more durable than the Dragonbone Boka Shield? Probably, but I'm just going to leave it on the ground. It doesn't matter that much to me. Okay. Now. Oh, there are more of these guys. You know what? I'm going to try to bring only one of them to me. Let's hope that works. Yeah, I think that's worked in my favor. Oh, I'm being raided on YouTube. Well, thank you for raiding me and then, I guess, disappearing once you've gone and done that. I don't really understand the purpose of raiding, but if it brings more people to my videos, then that's perfectly fine. Welcome everyone to the Breath of the Wild, I guess you can call it a live stream, but it is primarily a Let's Play, which I happen to do in the live stream format, so thank you for joining me. For however brief of a length of time you happen to join me for. Anyway, you aren't leaving? Well, thank you for that. I am kind of under fire when it comes to these Lizzlefoes, but they're actually being really useless. They're not like the guys with the bomb arrows, because the ones with the bomb arrows were seriously giving me some... Well, they didn't actually end up giving me problems, but they were scaring the crap out of me, I can tell you that much. What do you... Some love you mean Spyro. Oh, right. Communicating amongst each other. God, it's difficult to read this chat while I'm, like, actually playing the game. But anyway. I do appreciate the love, whatever there might be in terms of love. I will take whatever you can give. So these Lizzlefoes, I was a little bit worried about actually taking on so many of them at the same time. That's why I actually started by drawing one of them to me with a ranged attack using the bow, but as it turned out, I really didn't need to do that. These guys are complete pushovers. So that was pretty damn funny. Except that I'm not laughing. It's funny in an internal sense, you know, it's one of those internal laughs where you're not actually going ha ha ha, but it's gives you a bit of a smile. Hello, you seem like... I was about to say, you seem like you're going to do a little bit more to me than those other guys, and I just sent him flying like you wouldn't believe. Anyway. The purpose of raiding is to spread the love. Well, that's pretty cool. Thanks for spreading the love. Or the love. I said lub. Thanks for spreading the love, man. But anyway. I guess raids are pretty cool in the end. I've just never done it myself, so... Because I have no one to send to other places. That's probably why. Oh god. Well, I can tell that this is definitely a tower that I'm not going to have a problem climbing, like the Faron Tower, but anyway. Both subbed and liked? Well, thank you for that. You guys are pretty cool. Who sent you again? Dark something or other. Guess he has a pretty nice community of people. Dragon Gaming Raid. Oh, Dragon Gaming, just generally. Not Dragon Gaming Raid, that's not his name, but that's, yeah, cool. Dragon Gaming, how does he get away with having such a generic name? Not to diss the name, I mean, the name isn't necessarily bad in and of itself, but Dragon Gaming. Like, that is really, really, like... I feel like 50 million people in the world would have a name like that. Or maybe, so many people assumed that everyone would have that name, so they decided not to make that name. So he was the one who actually did it, and no one else did. How about that? That would be pretty funny if that were the case. Oh, Dragon Gaming, you are actually in the chat. Hello. Anyway. Sorry. I'm trying to play the game, but also communicate with the YouTube chat, so I do apologize for that. Chekovu in the Twitch stream asks what kind of microphone I have. I'm actually using the Electro Voice RE20. It is a professional grade broadcasting microphone. I have a bit of a, not much of one, but I have a bit of an audio engineering background, so I have knowledge about non-consumer products, more professional level products, and the RE20 for me personally was probably the best thing that I could buy within a higher price range than most consumer products, so anyway. Every other Dragon gaming person is lower than me. Well, if you're number one, then I guess you own the name, so good job. I suppose that's one good thing as well. You had that a lot with bands as well back in the 80s and stuff, you know. In the 80s, people were making bands that were just completely ridiculous in terms of their names, but when they actually made a name for themselves, they really did own the name, despite how generic it was, so I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing to have a name like Dragon Gaming. Speaking of dragons, there's a dragon right over there. Maybe you can make friends with him or something. That explains why the sound quality is so good. Yeah, I suppose it is pretty good. I'm kind of used to it by now, but yeah, this particular microphone it's used in radio stations, like it's a professional level microphone. It's not just something, it's not some USB microphone that you pick up at your local tech store. So yeah, it's actually quite decent. That's why it's so huge. And I mean, people say it looks like the giant dildo. I mean, look at the thing. It's kind of like, look at it compared to my hands. I mean, it's, well then again, my hands might be kind of big, but anyway. I could make a casting show. Well, this is pretty much all I'm going to be doing with my voice for now. Although I do plan to actually make a career out of voice acting sometime in the future. Don't know exactly how that's going to work, but we'll see. Chekhovu is hosting me on Twitch apparently, thank you for that. Don't know if you have any sort of following, but thank you. This dragon here is kind of not really bothering me in any way, but I did hear from Sky, who was joining me in the previous live stream, that I can actually kill him, but he's a bit of a nightmare to kill because he electrocutes you mid-air and you fall to your death. It's a bit of a nightmare, but he's not really bothering me, so I'm going to leave him alone for a while. It feels kind of rude to go and kill him if he's just sort of flying around, minding his own business. That's not in the spirit of Zelda. This is a kid's game, going around killing random dragons for my own personal gain. This is not the Zelda spirit. Oh, I can't kill the dragons? Is that right? I get shards from him. Okay, I got the wrong information from a person who was watching me on Twitch before. So I'll let Sky know that if I can remember. He's only joined me for 2 live streams so far, but anyway. It's good to know. So at this point, I guess we will return to those shrines that we discovered just previously. I guess the first one we will go to is this one. Fortunately, we can fast travel to them. Which saves me a little bit of time. It's at times like these where I'm really glad that I have a proper setup when it comes to looking at the different chats here. Why do you feel offended? Anyway. So we're going to take care of both of these, whatever they're called. Oh, shit. Well, I've gone over time. Generally, I like to keep these videos only 40 minutes long, but hey, I've got an audience again, so I guess it's going to go for an hour long again. Anyway, that's fine. The idea being that if it's a Let's Play, I would prefer for it to be only around like 35 to 40 minutes maximum if it's going to be called a Let's Play, but hey, it's live, so I guess it can go a little bit longer. If you shoot him on the horn, you get a horn shard. If you shoot him on the fang, you get a fang shard. And if you shoot anywhere else, you get a scale. What exactly can that be used for? Just out of interest. Okay, I can tell that's probably magnesis. So I guess we'll go and equip that. What am I doing? Here we go. Magnesis. So I can go and open the doors. It's like magic. It is essentially magic. Alright, now that we're in the shrine, I guess we're going to have to work out how to actually get through it. How am I liking this game? I'm very much a traditional Zelda player. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm happy with Zelda overall, taking this direction for all future games. However, if I look at this game on its own, and don't kind of call it a Zelda game, I enjoy it. Like, I can sit down and have a nice time with it, but the only way it's a Zelda game is it having Link and Zelda and some other vague Zelda-esque stuff in it. Other than that, it's not actually a Zelda game, so I do take issue with people saying that it's a really good Zelda game, or that it's one of the best Zelda games, if not the best Zelda game, because to me it's not actually a Zelda game. But if I look at it as a game on its own, not as a part of the Zelda series, I don't really have a problem with it, to be honest. So that's kind of how I look at it. So the shards are used for upgrading armor. Can make meals last longer. I see. So they have additional effects as well. Okay. I wonder if I would prefer to use it for armor or what. You see, the thing is, I wouldn't use it to upgrade armor right now. I feel like I would save that for the end game, where I would probably be more inclined to stick with one specific armor set. So... yeah, Raven, I do like Zelda a lot, but when it comes to Zelda, this is definitely not my favorite style of Zelda games, so yeah. But on its own, I don't have a problem with it. Oh, see, these guys are actually quite weak. I'm going to stick with using this Guardian Spirit's my weakest weapon currently. And what I do prefer to do is just, you know, how do I say, stick with the weakest weapon that I have. Until I move on to the next one. And the reason why I do that is because if I go up against an enemy that is super strong, it's better to have those really stronger weapons that I have. So say for instance I have a weapon here that's dealing 60 damage. I'll save that weapon for when I need to fight someone who's really strong. Imagine if I had used that 60 damage weapon on some random super weak enemies, and then by the time I found this really strong enemy, that weapon had broken. That would be a huge waste, so that's definitely not a great thing. Your favorite Zelda game is Twilight Princess Dragon Gaming, and Link's Awakening for Shogun Shadow. Link's Awakening I've not played much of. I played it a little bit. I think the first time I played Link's Awakening might have been in 2007. I only ever emulated it, and I think I only played it once. If I played it twice, then it would have been during that same decade, but I don't have much memory of it. I think I finished it. I'm pretty sure that I finished it once, but I never played it too much. Twilight Princess I got around the time it came out on GameCube, not on Wii. And I was just saying before that it's kind of interesting. I can draw a comparison between Twilight Princess in this game in the sense that I got Twilight Princess on GameCube when it was releasing for GameCube and Wii, and I got this game on Wii U when it was releasing for Wii U and Switch. So with 11 years of difference between them, or 11 years of time between them, I'm still kind of doing the same thing when it comes to getting the Zelda games on console. I'm getting it on the older console rather than the newer one. So that's kind of funny. Dark Spyro's favorite is Majora's Mask. Good on you, man. I love... look, when it comes to the Zelda games and which ones are my favorite, I would have to split them up depending on whether or not they are 2D or 3D Zelda games. My favorite 3D Zelda games would have to be a toss-up between Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, and Twilight Princess. I'm not much of a fan of Ocarina of Time. Not at all, really. I don't really like Skyward Sword too much, and I only started playing Skyward Sword this year. So, yeah, I'm doing a Let's Play of that, which is kind of entertaining to watch. It's actually got my full body on the screen and you can see me doing stuff. It's kind of funny. I've got it on hold at the moment, but I will continue it further later. But probably my favorite 2D Zelda game would have to be A Link to the Past, because if I said any other 2D Zelda game was my favorite, I think someone would definitely lynch me. But aside from the fact that someone would lynch me if I were to say something different, definitely I do agree that it is a very good Zelda game to play. I think the biggest factor to keep in mind... okay, so Traveler's Bow, I don't need it. I remember opening it before and I couldn't remember what it was, so I went back to just double check. But yeah, as far as the fact that the game came out in like 1991 or 1992, I think it was 91, but the fact that that game came out so long ago, yet anyone, even from this day and age of gaming, can just sit down and play it and have some fun. It's incredible. It is a timeless game, and I absolutely love it. So, I think what we can do here, this is just an idea, but I reckon we can actually blow these up and end up using these doors as platforms. That's what I think we can do. You like the original best? Oh, and I was right, by the way, in terms of using these as panels that I can actually use to traverse the, I guess platforms you could call them. Anyway, did I... hold on. So I can get this one, but I don't know if I can get that one. So there must be these doors over here again as well. It's funny because it's taking me longer to go through here because I'm busy chatting to you guys, and when I'm kind of getting into a conversation, I sort of walk in a circle and don't really pay attention to what I'm doing. But anyway, I do like chatting to you guys. It's good fun. At some point in the game, you will have all strong weapons. Lionel weapons life. Okay, well I don't know what Lionel weapons are, but yeah, probably I only need one of these, so maybe we'll just use the one that we can get our hands on and see what we can do with it. Alright, catch you later, Dark Spyro. Thanks for tuning in once again, and I hope to see you again some point soon. Or at some point soon. Alright, so we're going to, first and foremost, use it to... Hold on. It's kind of annoying to get in the right position here, but I think if we do this, that should work. There we go. Excellent. Alright, have a good sleep, Dragon Gaming. Oh, Lionels are the strongest enemies in the game, apparently. Well, now I know. I know very little about this game, but thank you for joining me, both Dark and Dragon. And I'll see you sometime soon. I'll probably work to complete both this shrine and the previous one that I discovered. And that'll probably be it for this particular live stream. So probably another 10 to 15 minutes left of that. And then we should be good. That's not blowing up, apparently. How do I actually get to that? These are definitely not magnetic, so I guess I take it off the top. Yep. 280 IQ. Check that out. Alrighty, what do we got? Opal? I'm down with that. So, what have we got? I guess we need to use this to get to that side. Alright, I see how we'll do this. I was thinking, how am I going to get from here to there? But of course we do have another platform here, so we'll go and grab that. Oh, not fucking stasis, god damn it. Now I have to wait for it to finish being applied. Come on. There we go. Alrighty. And then just bring it there. That should probably do the job. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. And we'll grab this. And drop it here. Oh. It's alright. We can just change that a little bit. There we go. And that's it for this shrine. Relatively straightforward. But yeah, that was good. Archon1 asks how often I stream. I try to stream at least 5 times a week, and generally I stream for anything between 1 hour and 3 hours every time I do stream. Typically about an hour and a half to 2 hours is what I'll aim for. That is what feels most comfortable to me. But I do stream very often. Just not all day. I'm not like a full-time streamer, but I try to do it most days of the week. The days where I'm probably not going to be streaming as much are, I guess, between Friday and Sunday, probably. Because, and I have that, I guess, window there because it depends on the time zone. But for the most part, I'm not really streaming on those days, so. Any other time during the week, yeah. Typically, if you're in the US, that is, I don't know where you guys are from, but if you're in the US, Sunday evenings is when I generally do my sort of long-running live stream where I go and just sit down, relax, have a drink, and stream for maybe 3 hours or so on whatever game I happen to be playing. I did a live stream playthrough of Wind Waker, which was in that format, and I did 6 parts of that. It was really good, so I finished the game within 6 live streams, and I'm going to be moving on to Dragon Quest Sword, so that'll be happening next Sunday evening, Monday morning to afternoon my time, and yeah, that'll be good fun. Unfortunately, the first time will not be done on a Monday or Sunday evening for you. It will instead be a Monday evening for you if you're in the US, because I unfortunately just found out this afternoon that I'm not going to be able to do it on Monday my time, so I have somewhere that I need to be, and it's kind of important. So other than next week, I will always be doing that particular type of stream on that day, where I'm doing a long stream and just having fun, relaxing, and just doing whatever. Okay, so we warped to this shrine here. We're going to try and do that as soon as possible. I don't want to do much more than an hour. I'm at 54 minutes at the moment. It's funny, I started this live stream saying, okay, I'm not going to do an hour this time. Here I am, an hour in. But I don't regret it. It's for you guys. who are joining me, so I'd much prefer to chat to you guys. Oh god, minor test of strength. Okay, thank god it's a minor test of strength. I think we're going to completely annihilate this thing, personally. So, in terms of what games I stream, Archon, if you are interested as well, I try to do a lot of Zelda, and I also do a lot of Monster Hunter, and I also stream a lot of Demon's Souls, which is the first of the Souls games, which I have been playing since it came out, more or less, so it's a pretty good game. Okay, I need to actually do the, there we go. Flurry Rush is what I wanted to call it. I couldn't think of the name. But anyway, my Guardian Spear is badly damaged, but that's alright. I'd rather damage that than one of my other weapons. Let's go, mate. I fought enough of you. I don't have a problem at all with, how do I say, dealing with you. Because once again, many times I have done that. Okay, what have we got? We have a regular Guardian Sword, a regular Guardian Shield, I would assume, and that's not too bad at all. Just some extra stuff to pick up, I guess. What can we swap out in terms of shields? Maybe the Dragon Bone Boka Shield. I know that it has a higher defense value, but its durability is much less than the Soldier's Shield, so I'm probably going to drop that. Bye-bye. Pick up the Guardian Shield, and there we go. So, we will switch to the Guardian Sword because it is our new weakest weapon. And that's it for the minor test of strength. And so with that, I will probably exit out. I'll open this chest to see what's in that, or in there, and go and get that Spirit Orb, a regular boomerang. This throwing weapon was originally used by the forest-dwelling Koroks. Its unique shape allows it to return after being thrown. Fair enough. Okay, well, how far are we into it now? 56 minutes, okay. I'm going to try and get it under an hour. But anyway. Yeah, come on. I'm going to skip that. Spirit Orb. Imagine if I didn't skip it every time. I would probably have gone insane by now. I would have probably gone insane by now. Sometimes I say a sentence and I go, that's not how I should say that, so I have to rephrase it. But anyway, I thank you all for watching. That has been part 33 for my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I ended up getting raided by someone on YouTube, which is pretty great, actually. I don't mind that at all. And especially when it's a great community like you guys. Thank you for joining me once again. I will probably stream Breath of the Wild, if not tomorrow, then probably on Sunday or Saturday evening in US time, whatever. I don't know. I don't like all the time zone business. It would be easier just to say a time and then that was universal, but that's not really how that works. But anyway, I'm going to keep it under 1 hour and I'm just going to end it now. So I do thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in part 34 of the Let's Play for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It is currently, once again, the 18th of April 2019, and I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.